Yo, my dudes, what's going on? Having an earlier morning stream here because we have reached the value from yesterday's stream and things may be getting spicy here. Just putting the music on now, getting everything set up. Connection looks good, that's a plus. You may be ready to go today, finally. Once in a lifetime opportunity, Tom Crown ready to go. On the fly. Doesn't happen often. Alright, double check everything. Looking good, looking good. That chat popped out. 400, or 400, man. Look, you guys got me so used to those numbers. 400. 41 watching. 79. Okay, that just changed really fast. Awesome. Regardless. How about them coins, boys? How about them coins? Yeah. If you were here yesterday, you caught, or I guess we caught, some epic moves. Highlighted yesterday, SNX XLM and LRC Loopring. Today, Bitcoin stealing the show, possibly. We identified some very important values. We were looking for the daily close last night above 32,222. Don't believe we got it. Don't believe we got it, did we? We did not. However, market seeming to shrug off the less than bullish close on the daily last night. And I can't complain. Currently 24-hour candle looking beast. This is what I call a kicker. So far, the volume is a little low and we have 5 hours to go. So again, gonna be too early to call. However, the reason we're on early is we have retaken 33,080. As we can see on the weekly here, that's where last week closed before trading beneath it, creating a local resistance on the weekly. This was also true on the daily. And as you can see now, trading high above it, 33,500. As soon as 3380 broke, shit started hitting the fan. We identified this as a blue horizontal. Let's turn it to green, as now, in the event of a sell-off into the rest of the day here, we're going to look to see, we're going to hope to find support at 33,080, if that comes. Let's see if there's anything interesting on our indicators. No, yesterday did close MACD with waning buying momentum. Not ideal. Not ideal. Especially not with that bearish engulfed daily candle. But newfound energy entering the market today, or so it seems, at least at this exact moment. For those just joining us, again, too early to call. 5 hours left in the day, but we did reach the coveted 33,080. What we're hoping for today, if we want continuation to the upside, is to see the daily MACD histogram right here flip from this dark blue candle to a light blue candle, showing momentum again is increasing. We had this exact setup happen. Oh, I can't even see my writing. What's this? Why is this drawing tool so invisible? Here we go. We had that exact same setup happen right here, where we see a series of consecutive momentum growing candles, followed by one fake out that led to continuation. We could potentially be in that same setup if today can close with gaining momentum again. We really have been seeing every trick in the book pulled out. Anything to get us looking to the downside, and it has not really been a successful venture. Seen a lot of fake outs on this trip up. Everyone holding their breath for a pullback, and it seemingly just never comes. Yesterday's candle touching a low of 27,678 from a high of 34,810. That is another 20% retrace. That falls in line with what we've seen pretty much in this entire rally. In early May, 20% retrace. September, 20% retrace. November, actually slightly smaller. This is only a 16 or 17% retrace, and now Again, this is assuming that 27,678 is not going to be broken, and we are going to find continuation here to the upside. If that is true, we have another 20% retrace. This is unlike previous bull runs. This is not the price action we would expect to see in a bull run. However, the past is not always reflective of the future, etc., etc. So, while I don't think it's out of the question, we have to approach these charts with what we see. We can't just say, hey, this was the past, this has to happen. There are no rules. There are no rules in Bitcoin. Nothing enforces any kind of set, any kind of value, etc. It's just the expression of the sum of all of the actors involved. And so far, all of the actors involved seem to be on buying sprees since March 2020. Was that 9 months ago? Really? Wow. It's like March 12th. We're going to mark down the calendar because March 12th of this year likely to be an exciting day of some kind. So yesterday we spotted 12-hour bullish divergence on our RSI. I know there's a lot here, but if you look at these yellow lines, bull div, we saw that on the RSI. We had a higher low in price, yet a lower low touch on RSI. That is bullish divergence. That is a sign of reversal and continuation to the upside. So far so good playing out here. As we can see, price has pretty much meandered sideways, but with an edge or a leaning towards the upside here at least. At 12 hour, do you have any other gems for us? Not really. We had talked about yesterday 12-hour TK lines at the same spot, 31,270 or 31,250. Yeah. We see that none of said 12-hour candles have closed below it since the sell-off, and this seems to be a common pattern. Rarely when on the 12-hour or daily. Let's actually flip back to the daily really quick because I'm sped and losing my spot. Yesterday we were looking at 30,000 or 30.2 as the daily TK, saying, you know, we have a few targets that would be really good to close above, but above all else, we wanted this above 30.2. You can see today's candle traded down to 30.2 below, and buyers again meeting that price with buying, sending it back up, reversing that selling, and pushing through that weekly and daily resistance. There is more to this puzzle that we're coming up on, about to go over right here. 12-hour fake out, man. 5 hours to go, so as always, you might as well not even look at the current candle if you're doing TA. If you're on a small time frame, that might be the only use for a small time frame. With 5 hours left, we are seeing that the bullish momentum on the 12-hour here is increasing, but this is 5 hours left again, and so we can't really count this. But what we can do is say, hey, I've noticed this. I want to look at this in 12 hours, and I want to see if it closes this way. And also importantly, at any time between then and now, if this candle loses this status and returns to this dark blue, losing buying momentum, we can take that again as a signal that this might be a fake out within a fake out, fake outception. With this solid bounce though off the daily TK, let's get rid of this. 12-hour TK, this can be a strong signal. The precision of which it bounced is what is getting me excited here today, combined with the price action moving above what we were considering to be a very strong resistance. Really didn't hold up. Interesting. We had crossed down on Ichi on the 6 hour. This I did not see. This is generated by Ichimoku Cloud Indicator, this arrow. And while it is a bearish signal to see a cross down, it is a very, very weak bearish signal. The reason being is we are above the cloud in price. You can see this happened last on December 23rd before instantly crossing back up and rallying virtually without retrace all the way up to the 34 zone. So this, yes, this is a bearish signal, but it is very weak due to its location. if we were to receive this downward cross on Ichimoku cloud and price was below this cloud, this red and green blob, then that would be a strong selling signal. However, above, it is not really a concern. We'd expect almost to see that reversal signal to give us the cross up shortly, maybe within the next few candles. This is on the 6 hour, by the way. We saw the 6 hour middle Bollinger Band doing pretty good. We did have a close below it here overnight. That probably was scary. I'm glad I wasn't watching. That's not what you want. But now, having closed the last two above it and even testing it as support seemingly in the previous 6 hour candle, definitely is showing some strength. That touch to, let's see our notes from yesterday. 6 hours stole the show yesterday, man. We saw price sell off to exactly, well, within margin of error, of the 56 hour moving average before being bought up and closing above the 20. And then what really did look like at the time, bouncing off the 20. I guess we had that fake out, but the 6 hour really led the way in a lot of aspects. I'm glad that we took a look at it. We don't usually. We saw every reason in the world. We saw every reason to find support here, at least on the 4 hour. We can see that the 4 hour touched perfectly to the cloud support. This is perfectly. And I believe on top of that, what else did we have? We had something else. Ah, yes. The bottom of the Bollinger Band. Not typically used as a support level the same way the top of the band, not really used as a resistance level usually, but in combination with this bullish divergence we saw in the 12 and the 6 and the 4 hour, and with the 4 hour cloud, the 6 hour 50 moving average, there was every reason to bounce. The issue we had was highlighted yesterday. Should probably get rid of some of these lines because they were just for record keepings. The issue we had, despite everything looking pretty solid, we had a very intimidating issue. If we look at the retrace from our swing high at 34,810 to our swing low at 27,6, we saw that value lined up right at 33,143. 33,133 was our target to the upside, actually pre-30K. Did overrun that obviously by some bit. Actually did sell off very close to there. But now we have that daily and weekly resistance, and on top of all of that, as if that wasn't enough, it is the 786, the deepest retrace. This is uncommonly deep, lining up perfectly with those resistances. Man, that I did not expect this to give up. Did not expect this to give up resistance so simply. We did see two touches to it, but that just didn't seem to matter, man. Blasting through it. I really thought in my head, without sharing because I wasn't super high confidence about it, I really thought about saying, this is probably a good short spot, 33,080. We have every reason to think there's resistance here. Market doesn't care, man. Market apparently giving 0 Fs and just riding through. Riding through it. Oh yeah, what's going on with the background? There's something weird about it. It's because the lights are too close. Is that better? Yeah, it's better. Well, I was just a ghost earlier. 4 hour. We're not done with the 4 hour though, boys. We're not done. 4 hour we see. Actually, very nice. We have we had speculated that we would see this yesterday, but it hadn't finished painting. But it's always nice to go back and say, hey, that's what I was looking for, and have it play out. So we did have a longer, or a more macro bullish divergence. It was the same one as 12 and 6 hour. We saw this here, but we speculated in the episode yesterday that we were possibly going to paint 4 hour bullish divergence again locally, and we did right here between these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. We had a low and a higher low, and RSI made a low and a lower low. Whenever RSI isn't agreeing with price, you have divergence of some kind. If you're looking at lows, it's bullish divergence. If you're looking at highs, it's bearish divergence. That's simple. MACD, reflective of RSI for once in its life, showing bullish divergence again on the momentum here on the histogram, combined with the 4 hour with 1-2 working on a third consecutive candle of losing or waning selling momentum, looking to flip maybe in the next 2 candles, looking for the 4 hour to flip back to a buying impulse or buying momentum. Lined up with this price, that's pretty exciting. That's very exciting, guys. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential. There we go. Just closed our hourly above 33,080. That's what we wanted. Was not sure if we were going to get the close. As always in TA, this is an ongoing battle. We'd like to see the 4 hour close above this level, and ideally we'd like to see the daily close above this level. So, you know, it's always a moving target, but to get that hourly close is a wonderful sign. Let's look at the hour to see what's going on. We have no issues on our highs here. MACD's looking healthy for the 1 hour. We see nothing but gaining, buying momentum. We have not seen any signs of stopping at this point. RSI, no real divergence of any kind here. We see that our lows match up with our price lows and our highs match up with our price highs locally. We could have an issue. If price doesn't push up enough and RSI doesn't push up enough, but at this point that's really too far out to be too concerned with. Our next target to the upside, what everyone's probably waiting for. We do have 12-hour resistance right below, just a little bit below our recent all-time high. This 12-hour resistance is pretty easily spotted on the 3rd of January's 12-hour candles, and it is at 34,450. That may be a level that we find some resistance at. It lines up with the 4 hour. I believe it lines up with the 6 hour as well. Indeed. So this is 34,450 showing across many time frames here. Many time frames. There is some spots you could pick on the hourly, but man, I couldn't care less at this point. We got what we wanted. Got it. Fingers crossed. It's going to really be up to the bulls. Can they push through 34,450? Right now, in this moment, it looks at least as if it wishes to test it. If it's going to break a support or resistance is always a gamble. It's never something we really know for certain. We can have high probability that it wants to test a level. We can have high confidence that it'll hit, but we never can actually know when it gets there what the market is going to do. If we break 34,450, the all-time high 34,810, obviously that's a 1% move maybe. Very little resistance is going to be found above this line, so actually at this point I'm going to make this a flat red showing resistance. Let's even make the text a little spooky. Let's make it red. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's take a look at a few things here quick before we get into the alts. Do I have these charts up? Let's look at total. Oh no. TradingView is going to alert me every second now. Total's been calculating really strangely lately. We take it with a grain of salt. Looks to be following Bitcoin, which suggests that we should look at Bitcoin dominance, our favorite chart in the whole world. Excellent. Excellent. We do see Bitcoin dominance bouncing here potentially today. However, the 20 moving average of the middle Bollinger Band on the daily still above price on Bitcoin dominance. That is at 69%. Much nice mini meme. Could find resistance there. However, the daily has been looking kind of lackluster over the last week or so, which we've been watching here on the stream live, but what we really were looking for is for the weekly to start reflecting this. So while the daily looks meh, the weekly is going to be the real indicator here for me. We do have the first sign of Bitcoin dominance on the weekly waning in this year. However, this candle again is still open as well with 5 days, 5 hours to go. This is too early to call, but what it does say is, hey, this could be coming, pay attention. Would not be surprising on the weekly to see a back test of the mid 60s, possibly, yeah, mid 60s with the possibility of low 60s. If we see this continue to lose momentum. Man, my phone is blowing up with whale alerts. What's going on with whale alerts? I see XLM being sent to Coinbase, and that's really not that exciting. Not a lot going on. If anyone's wondering though why their alts are doing well, whatever alt it is, XYZ coin, you don't need any other answer other than this. There is no why. It's not because Google, Amazon, and Walmart all dumped their treasury into your coin. I don't know, something. It's because Bitcoin has given up 8% of its dominance over the total crypto market cap. We are so close to $1 trillion. I'm just going to round up. 8% of $1 trillion is 80 billion, right? Something like that. No, wait. 650 billion? No. Man, I can't do numbers right now. We can just do this really easily. Yeah, about 76 billion. There we go. Bitcoin has given up 76 billion of its market cap as a charitable fellow as it is to alts. We watch this religiously on this channel, and in fact, this chart alone, Bitcoin dominance, is the cornerstone of our trading system here at the Tom Crown show. We gotta come up with something for me to call it. The Tom Crown. That just feels weird. Cornerstone of at least my trading system. Virtually as simple as looking at Bitcoin dominance. Is it going up? Is it showing weakness? Is it going down? Is it showing strength? And positioning in and out of altcoin Bitcoin pairs using this chart as our signal as to when to enter and when to exit. So this is a very, very valuable chart. Highly recommend anyone who hasn't been watching it or isn't aware of this chart to start looking at it. It has very valuable information, especially if you're an altcoiner. All right, that hourly. Of course, you're going to give me an exciting candle, and then you're going to open and be a snooze fest. Of course. Hey, at least the alerts aren't blowing up like yesterday. The name of this chart is Bitcoin Dominance. It is BTC period D. I'll pull it up there. I'll even throw it in chat for you guys. That is the ticker on TradingView. Easy to find. Yo, Mr. Node, how you doing? Mr. King, Mr. Lizard King, Mr. Toshin himself. Upgrade. What's up, my brother? Bringing up an awesome point. I might as well just show you guys this article. This is big news. Ooh, 404 watching. Good numbers again. Welcome back, fam. It's great to have you guys. Please, 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 please don't forget to hit that like button. Really helpful. It's really what keeps us in search and pushes away the shadow bans. The more engagement the stream gets via comments and likes, the more people YouTube's algorithm shows it to, as it deems it something people are interested in. Let me pull this up. Share this article. Patrons already got this article last night. However, I think it's important enough to go over live on stream. You guys know I'm not a huge news guy. I don't jump at every piece of news, but there every once in a while comes along something that I believe has significant importance, and I usually share it then. So let's whip open this article here real quick. I won't spend too much time. Can someone confirm, are these Discord links working? Someone? Anyone? We've been having issues with that. Anyway, so U.S. federal regulator says, and this is I think it was the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, which I never lie to you guys. Can't say I was really familiar. Wasn't really familiar with that title until last night. However, it says banks can conduct payments using stablecoins. I believe this is specific to internal settlement, and I believe it also includes the use of public blockchains. This is very exciting. It's weird because in crypto, the best and the biggest news rarely has to do with price short term. So very rarely. The biggest and most important news is always this macro, this big picture. Excellent. Thank you, Tara. Starvin Marvin, beautiful Tara. Actually, give me one sec. I need to adjust this microphone. I don't like the angle it's at. It's working. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Thank you. One sec. I'm going to mute the mic so you don't get blasted with weird sounds. There we go. That's a lot better. Now I can actually see what I'm looking at. So federally regulated banks can use stablecoins to conduct payments and other activities. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Is that really the title of the currency? OCC said Monday. The federal banking regulator published an interpretive letter addressing whether national banks and federal savings associations could participate in independent node verification networks, otherwise known as blockchain networks, or use stablecoins. The letter said that these financial institutions can participate as nodes on a blockchain and store or validate payments. Any banks that choose to participate must be aware of the operational, compliance, or fraud risks when doing so, of course. Guys, the Fed, the governments, I'm going to let you in on the secrets. This is a rare edition of Tom Crown. Bitcoin secrets. ASMR. Bitcoin. Just got lost there. I'll let you in on a secret here, guys. Governments don't... Well, you know what? I don't know how they personally feel. But governments... They don't hate crypto. They just want their money. That's what they want. They want their taxes. They want their piece of the pie. These people, yes, most of them are kind of elderly, out of touch with technology, likely don't understand at all any of this. That's probably not a great thing, but nothing we can do about that at the moment. This is it. They just want their piece. They are now being forced to see how much money is actually involved in our space. How significant, how real, and the future of where we're going. They can see this is not stopping. This is not a fad. This is not a bubble. They have seen this bubble over and over and over again. Each time returning to higher highs, making a larger and larger impact on the world. They want a piece. That's it. They know they can't do anything. We saw the SEC is going after Ripple. No comment necessarily, but Ripple has a central source. It is a company. It is a centralized body. They can go after that. They are likely to go after anything. Anything that's centralized, that has a central point of failure or of attack. With something like Bitcoin, there is no company. There is no central point of failure. They are aware of this. They can put bells and whistles and hurdles up and, you know, whatever. They can do anything, but they're aware they can't really do anything fundamentally about it. And they're going to have to work around it because they want their money. That's it. It's not against us. It's not with us. It's they want their money. That's really as simple as it is. That's our Bitcoin secrets for the day. And this is obviously a huge step that shows that. Out of nowhere, we haven't heard anyone talk about this. We haven't even thought about this. Out of nowhere, just releasing a letter saying, banks can use stablecoins, they can use public blockchains. That is literally the government acknowledging this technology works. This technology works in the finance industry, and we acknowledge that it is so effective and that it is so useful that we will allow our banks, we will allow our money. Like I said, it's all about the money to begin with. We will allow our money to have exposure to this. This is a huge deal. News like this is massive. The massive pieces of news in this market, though, the biggest ones typically don't have any impact on price. Not right away. Institutions entering Bitcoin 2020 didn't moon instantly. It was only in the last 2 months. These are all macro. These are big picture. Look at the big picture. That is the secret here. That is the Bitcoin secrets of the day. There we go. And see Bitcoin responding. Loving that article. Went from what looked like a boring indecision candle to all right, let's buckle up, boys. We're looking for that resistance here. That's the truth of the matter, though. The world is aware. The world is now aware of crypto. This doesn't mean that crypto is going to destroy everything else in crypto. No. The world is aware of it. The world no longer... It ran out of room to ignore it. Governments around the world said, you know what, we're just going to ignore this and hope it fizzles out. That's it. They ran out of room to ignore it. It's no longer ignorable. As it hits... I'm putting out a prophecy. Putting out a prophecy right now. Total market cap's looking pretty nice right now. Actually, more bullish than Bitcoin. We could see 1 trillion today. That's not my prophecy. My prophecy is when we see a $1 trillion crypto market cap. Let's place this exactly so it's nice and pretty. There we go. When we do, even though you know, 1 trillion versus 924 billion, the difference is like 6%. Not a big deal. It's just the mental aspect of 1 trillion. When we hit 1 trillion total market cap, everything that we've been hearing over the last few months, all of these developments, governments responding, reacting, is going to go haywire. That's my prophecy. They're going to go haywire. We're going to see news just blast from every source. There's something about moving that decimal. Something about moving the decimal point that is so fundamental to Bitcoin and crypto in general. And this trillion move, this move to a trillion, guys, that is a decimal place that no one can afford to ignore, honestly. That's my prophecy. It could, like, it easily, if we saw Bitcoin break up here, easily could happen today. I don't, you know, I haven't really looked at total enough to like be super confident on that. Daily looks nice though. Daily does look nice. Let's look quick. 12-hour looks really good too. Let's throw on our move-ins. Okay. Weekly looks good. I mean, it is very possible that it happens this week. If we see a big move from Bitcoin, it could happen today, but I don't have enough confidence. I don't have enough confidence to make that call at the moment. It is close. That is the takeaway. It is really close. It is so close you can taste it. 925 billion. It's the same thing as a trillion. I know it's $75 billion difference, but we've seen this market fluctuate $75 billion like without breaking a sweat. That's nothing. Wait for the 1T. The 1T. You heard it here. Right here first. 1T. 1 trill. That is when, I think that is the last, the last veil. I don't know. I don't have a word. The last veil that exists of governments globally ignoring this. Once it's a trillion, I don't think it will be ignorable at all. There's just something magic about those zeros, man. Like 3, 1, 2, 3. It's even hard to type 1 trillion. That is 1 trillion. It's silly to look at. It's silly to look at. Wonder if my settings got goofed. Yeah, my settings did get goofed. WTF, mate. Alright, I'll move on to the altcoins. You guys, you're not here for the ideology. You're here for the moons. That's okay. Doesn't matter, everyone's here for a different reason. If you're here for the moon, that's fine. Yesterday we looked at this coin and we said, holy S. This thing looks bully. The daily, right here, man. This... Mr. Node, my man. Mr. Node. Thank you for the generous $50, my friend. My hair is wild today, isn't it? I don't know. I give up. Thank you for the generous $50, my brother. I wish you would include a message sometimes, but hey, man, no pressure. No pressure. Thank you so much. Mr. Node. OG here. Been around. God, at this point, brother, I don't even know how long you've been around. Forever. Since my memory. Loopring. Yesterday, we saw these moving averages on the daily. This is what we call an extremely powerful setup. Essentially, we just see the 50, the 20, the 100, the 200 on the daily, all bunched up, really close together. What we see, or what we expect to see with this, is a violent move. Violent move to the upside or downside. Clearly, this was to the upside. We looked at this yesterday. It had already pretty clearly shown upside was its choice. We did have a 50 cents, just psychological resistance, in my opinion, that price did halt at for a little bit. It's so weird because now it's, I don't know, yesterday that was touching that wick. Now it's not. I don't know, man. Who cares? Psychological. Let's just get rid of the zeros then. So what's going on with it now, though? Ooh. Going on with it now. MACD, incredible. Incredible buying momentum. In fact, the largest on this chart's history of daily buying momentum. Really eclipsing its listing or whatever, where this chart starts in April. Massive buying power on the daily in today's candle at this moment. Maybe the weekly has something. Okay, good. I was hoping the weekly would be a little more chill, and it is. As we are not currently at the highest point in price, we don't necessarily want the highest point on MACD. Yes, weekly RSI is nice and healthy. Wonderful. Wonderful. We see that we don't actually have RSI data before because it takes time. RSI is based on previous closes in relative strength. So we don't have data for back here. However, we can see that currently, right now, RSI is at the highest point while price is at the highest point on our RSI. So that's good. We don't have a bearish divergence there. That is wonderful. This coin looks pretty cleared.
It's just the beginning.
There we go, brother. Mr. Node, my man. The king. brother. Thank you so much, dude. Just humbling me with your generous donations. I appreciate you. This coin's looking pretty cleared off. 92 cents monthly resistance. There is not a lot in the way. And we saw this set up on Ethereum. Ethereum had a very strong historic resistance. It was 748. When it broke through, it moved right directly to the next significant resistance. That is possibly what's going on here. 92 cents. Not that far away. The minute it closed a monthly, or didn't close, the minute really it started trading above 25.44 after being rejected in September, shot off. Just shot off. So actually, let's see the weekly here. Weekly really showing the same thing. There's nothing here. There's nothing in the way. There's really should not be any resistance here. We had that psychological value that we were talking about yesterday. But that's really it. This is the same setup. Let's pull up ETH really quick so we can compare. There we go. The void. Similar setup. Similar setup. We saw days of consolidating under a significant resistance, and when it broke up into this void area, meaning void of resistance, blasted off, touched the next target very quickly. And for this coin, man, I don't see really anything in the way. Like, that 25.4, 25.5 was really the hurdle for this coin. It's really all that was standing in the way of really taking off. And we see that. There's really not a lot here when we look left.
Tom, how is Anchor shaping up?
Pest Master, what's up, brother? Thank you for the 5. How's ANKR shaping up? I do not know, but we can take a look. Let me finish this Loopring, and as my promise, ANKR. Oh wow, okay, so we've done this one for you before, or someone. Well, what we like here, and this is very similar to Ethereum. I won't show it. I won't go back and show it just so we don't waste time. But this is very similar to Ethereum at this level, where we saw selling, consistent selling for a long period, but it didn't really create resistances or supports. It didn't have a lot of momentum. It really just kind of descended. And when you have that kind of behavior, you don't create very strong resistances. We can see right here is likely the only time that we saw any kind of like significant trade, or here on the way down, both of which acted as resistance on the way up. Now we don't have any. Just don't have any more left. This is awesome for a coin. It's kind of like it's like a slide down, and you have to take the ladder back up, I guess. Shoots and ladders, man. This is dope stuff. Real quick, last thing I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll look at it on a short time frame, just for shizzles and giggles. Measured move. $1.15. Okay, could be. Let's look at a few more quick. Nip, bam, that's perfect. Right at our target. Love it. Nothing. Excellent. Well, I'm glad I did that. The most recent swing high to swing low in November, we see that the 3 fib extension lining up at 93.92 cents. That is within 1.2 cents, within 1% maybe of our resistance target. That's what we want to see. That is another piece of evidence that this is a valid target. I'm going to switch it down to the 4 hour. Let's just see if it's doing anything weird. Not particularly. Looks good. Momentum looks good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to here's a little free shout out here to the Mr. Crypto Face and his market cipher. I've been dabbling with this tool thanks to Thanks to the Sir Crypto Face, and I like it. I'm definitely I'm learning. I kind of want to check this coin out with it here quick. Okay, 12 hour in 1 day, or what I'm looking for. That is excellent. Little potential weakness. All right. Cool. Well, free shout out to CryptoFace. Dude does lives on YouTube where he trades some big leverage stuff. It's very exciting. Feel highly recommend if you're looking for alternative content to check him out sometime. And he's a cool dude. Me and him chat. So free shout out. All right. So Mr. Pest, Mr. Budapest, Mr. Pestmaster, the Pestmeister, the Pestmeister. Wants to look at ANKR. Man, I don't know what. I don't remember looking at this, but I have a chart, which means I have looked at it in the past. So wonder what I said. Ooh, I remember making this check mark. Interesting. Nice little potential bullish divergence on MACD here. RSI is kind of not showing anything. Check out these moving averages. Okay, I think I remember this chart now. I think, because I remember saying something about finding support at the 200 daily. Does look as if you have not closed a candle under it. That's excellent. Definitely do not want to do that. What price that's at? 0.008 cents. Struggling. I think we need to actually zoom out on this guy to get a better picture. Being pulled down by the weekly. That's no buenos. I didn't put any supports on this, I guess. I don't know what I was doing. This was a while ago. Ooh, weekly. Ooh, that is not a great sign, unfortunately. Weekly back in the selling momentum mode after... So this is what I'm not a huge fan of here, and this has not really to do with this coin, just in general on MACD, a little insight. This is what I don't like to see on the bullish side, at least. When you see MACD roll over, especially on a high time frame. So it went from... Obviously, under 0 is red, above 0 is blue. Under 0 is selling momentum, above 0 is buying momentum. And what we see is, well, not here, typically is that coins will wave up and down, moving from buying to selling and selling to buying, back and forth. And this is what is not great to see, is when you spend all this time and selling pressure is waning and waning and waning over the weeks. We see this here in these darker red candles for months, 3 months, and then you finally push to the buying side. You finally have exhausted sellers, and buyers have a chance to regain control, and then just being rejected like this. Not a great sign. Now, the current candle that the weekly is on right here is the one that is the most spooky looking, simply because it's a higher low, or lower low versus the end of the previous selling wave we see here. And this has 5 days to go, so this doesn't by any definition have to close this way. It could close much healthier looking, but I would not like to see it close down here on the weekly. That would not be a great sign. Be a great sign. Actually take this from here. Here we go. One thing this does have going for it is, despite that weekly selling pressure, price is not moving. Price is not being pushed down. That is a good sign. is a good sign. And it's definitely establishing very strong support in this zone. We look at these multiple weekly, monthly areas. Definitely created solid support here, where it, yeah, actually back here traded it as well. So this was, I guess, resistance. It was resistance on the way up, now acting as support. The highs are still coming up, and technically the lows, at least the closes, are coming up. Wicks are kind of double, triple-y bottom-ish. Man, this is going to be hard to call an edge. I wouldn't be interested personally in opening a position on this coin right now, simply because it's too up in the air. Don't really have an edge either way. I would feel more comfortable looking to enter this coin in the 007 1 cent area, but preferably in the 0061. Preferably right in this green box. This would be, if I wanted to enter, where I would look. Yes, this could break up from here, possible, but we just don't have, we just don't have like super clear-cut signs. The daily is losing selling momentum, and it has bullish divergence. That's excellent. But we also had that exact same setup back here, and it didn't play out. So we don't know. We don't know for sure. We don't have an edge. The daily edge is that it's moving up. Daily edges with the bears, or with the bulls. The weekly edges with the bears. So this is going to be a hard call, man. If you're already in this coin, probably fine, as it is establishing some strong supports. There's really not much going on. I have a feeling it hasn't moved much since I looked at it last. The feeling. What I do like in the macro picture here, though, is that this is a rather V-shaped recovery. I think that's why I placed that check. It's not perfect looking. Charts usually aren't, but it is very V-shaped as long as it can hold this this kind of vague trend it has here. And V-shaped recoveries tend to be rather nice. Rather nice for price. Actually connected to the first low. Okay. Almost. Yeah, man. Daily's looking good. Weekly is not looking so good. But the daily, again, if the daily plays out, pushes price up before the end of this week, which it has plenty of time to do, could get very good very fast. Oh, and I'm missing all the action. We almost already hit the target. We already almost hit the target. I'm glad I didn't totally miss it. 34,450. It's where we were aiming for as soon as 33,080 broke. Just minutes ago, reaching 34,360. That's 0.5%, actually less than 0.5% away from that resistance. So I'm not going to give myself credit or confirmation yet of it hitting, even though that's darn close within margin of error. I'm a perfectionist. I want to see 34,450. Let's take a look at our indicators. 5 minutes left. Meh, looking fine. 30 minute is totally fine with a close at this level. It says we get that by looking at MACD. This candle doesn't look that pretty, but MACD says even if you close here, that really doesn't matter. We're still gaining momentum. You're not out of fuel even with this red close. If we were to close right now, there's 20 minutes left, but even if we were to close this second, it says not much of a worry. Hourly in the same boat, closing at the same time as the 30-minute. Volume, not impressive. That's not surprising, but to me, a little surprising, as I expected there to be more price action at 33,080. And we can see that that candle in volume, while not a particularly low volume candle, in comparison to the previous 10 or so, It is above the average of the last 20. Well, not a particularly large one. It is some, but I was expecting a lot more. That's interesting. What this suggests to me is actually this current candle that we're in, especially if it can test 34,450 in this hour. What we can see here on volume, I'm going to move this over. This is the current candle. Is that this current candle's volume is equal to the previous one where we were kind of expecting volume and didn't get anything super impressive. But the candle we're on right now has 20 minutes to go. So essentially has 1/3 of a candle left, yet is matching the previous candle in volume. Clear sign of increasing volume. These volumes, there are 2 hourly candles in a row, higher volume than the previous few. The last one and the current one are now virtually equal in volume for the 1 hour period, yet the one that we're on right now has 1/3 left. That implies logically that we'll probably add 1/3 more volume onto this hourly candle, which would actually make it a rather large volume candle. If we can test 34,450 in the next 17 minutes, we could see this volume on this hourly candle. I don't want to say match the sell-off necessarily. It is possible, but close the gap. We could see it close the gap in volume. We could see some very big volume. We didn't really get it at 33,080. We're gonna get it eventually. You don't typically expect volume. This is a good example in time to kind of point it out. We can see this lull down here in volume, right here. And that's to be expected. We're just kind of wash trading, moving sideways. We're not breaking new highs. We're not putting in new lows. In that scenario, we don't expect to see much volume. So to see it dip off like this is normal, what we would expect. And to see this volume start to grow again as we're pushing back up is a decent sign. Volume dipped off. It pretty much, the low apex of the volume started right after this higher low was put in. Also want to point out real quick, this is the pattern we've been seeing over and over again, minus this hump here. If we ignore that hump, this is the pattern we've seen countless times now in this rally, where we have a top or a swing high that sells off to a swing low, then a higher low. See this a lot. This is kind of a janky version of it. We see the low, higher low, and we take off. This is a better example of it. Swing high to the low, higher low, take off. This one in December is a little different. This one's a little different. But still you can see a similar pattern here of low, higher low, take off. This is clockwork. Right before 20K, low, higher low, take off. And pre-all-time high pattern looked very different. Actually, that's not true. Right here, low, higher low, very slow takeoff. So at the moment, things look pretty good. Things looking pretty good. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to repeat. I love that we closed above, or we've closed an hourly. I'd really like to see a 4 hour now. And as I said, it's always a moving goalpost. I'd like to see a 4 hour close. Nice, that perfect. That's only 14 minutes away. Highly probable to close the 4 hour here above 33,080. Awesome. Highly likely. And of course, we're never done. We're never done. That 4 hour close is very confidence building, but what we really want to see is the daily close above it. If the daily now closes above it, we have a bullish engulfing candle. So we would have gone from a bearish engulfing candle yesterday right back to a bullish engulfing candle the next day. That is likely textbook bear trap. Textbook bear trap. So we're going to keep an eye. I'm actually going to put another alert because I'm annoyed that I missed it moving up. Let's take a look at something else. XLM. Dude, we slayed it. Yesterday in our live stream, we slayed it. We picked 3 coins, all 3 of them. We picked out prices, we picked out conditions, actionable conditions. All 3 of them following through. So that was Loopring, XLM, and SNX. We haven't gotten to SNX yet. XLM, if you were here yesterday, we said we have a bearish cross on the daily, the 20 and the 50. However, here in this channel, we do TA maybe a little differently than the rest of the world. Because we do what works, what we found over time works. I don't care what a book tells me. I don't care what some guru tells me. I watch charts all day, every day. I follow what works. We said this bearish cross unlikely to play out as bearish. Show it real quick. Because the longer moving average in this bearish cross, in this case the yellow line here, this is the 50 moving average, the white is the 20. The 50 was trending up as the 20 came down and crossed it bearishly. And because the longer moving average is moving up, we look and say, or we assume, or we look, or that suggests that it is not likely to play out. And we've had example after example after example of this exact technical analysis tool trick, whatever. It's just machine gun style lately. We've been seeing it over and over and over again, and it keeps playing out as we would expect, I guess, according to these guidelines. It's really cool. So we yesterday said we're looking for a daily close above this cross. We don't want to close the daily below this cross. And at the time that was in question still. Yeah, I think right here-ish is when we streamed. Ish. We were looking for a close yesterday above 15.51 cents. We got it. And we said if we get it, 16.89 cents, obvious next target. However, overshooting. XLM now at a critical, I should put a clickbait title on this dang video because it's not clickbait. XLM is at a critical price point, the most important price point for XLM. About to show you why. Wait a minute, I thought it was on the yearly. Did I get my XLM chart confused? I may have been giving out weird info to people lately. Not necessarily bad. 20 cents, regardless of what time frame I'm about to find it on, is a critical point for XLM. Where did I... Now I'm confused. I was positive that it was on one of these. Let's slap this on here. Okay. I guess it's the monthly. Man, I've been giving out... I hate that. That trolls me. It trolls me so dearly. So, either way. XLM, 20 cents. We saw in November an explosion of buying in XLM. Wish I could see the percents here. 160% gain in November. December brought a retracement. That's okay. Retracements are good. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Retrace to the 618, sure. Okay. The reason now that this 20 cents is so important is it is where price was rejected from and closed in November. So this is a significant resistance. I apologize to anybody I was saying that this was like, for some reason I thought it was a monthly or a quarterly or a yearly or something weird. I'm not sure where I got that. I look at too many charts, guys. So it isn't the most important, dang it. However, breaking and closing above 20 cents this month. Even on the, let's mash it down to the weekly here. We'll take it on the weekly too. If the weekly closes above 20 cents, you get a good amount of upside. Good amount of upside here. We were speculating yesterday. There's this large area of previous trading. Very dense trading. This is the weekly, so you can see this was lots and lots of time spent here. Speculating yesterday, markets seek liquidity. There is very likely a lot of liquidity from all this trading in this box. Markets love liquidity. They seek it out. Let's make it a little. So what we're looking for is a close on XLM. Let's even, I don't pay super close attention to it, so I have to check it out myself here. Boop. Yeah, we were looking at this yesterday as well. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, did I just close all my tabs? No. 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 Oh well, it's not a big deal. There we go. We were looking at this yesterday as well. You can see by the markings here. XLM had that not so pleasant weak flip to the buying side before returning to selling. However, today, and we were speculating this yesterday because yesterday we saw, if we zoom in really close, we saw that daily MACD momentum was all but fizzled out on the sell side. It is a great sign to see this explosion. Unlike ARC, sorry there, Pestmaster, that we looked at earlier, that had this response recently. It is great to see this response to flipping to the buying side. That's showing some strength. That's showing strength. This coin is coming off bullish divergence on the daily. Let's see. Pretty much any way you cut it, it's 20 cents is the important value. Really, just 20 cents. I would take above 19.33 here for XLM on the daily. If we close below, it is probable that it retests 16.89. If it closes above, it is probable that it tests that full 20 cents. And if it does, I think it's even probable to say it'll test the high. Guess that, I don't know why these aren't marked.
Appreciate the tar.
The tar. The tar. Yo, Archiscan, holy. Brother. Brother. $100. You guys are making me blush. Your generosity. Incredibly appreciated, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate you as alls. I've been watching Letterkenny lately, so every time I watch a bunch of Letterkenny in a row, I start speaking like Squirrely Dan. But I appreciate you all, every single one of you guys here. Those of you who can support the channel, I appreciate your support. And those of you who can't and just want to tune in and learn, I appreciate you guys just as much. So, every single one of you. Where was I? Closing XLM. Yeah, 19.33 cents today. That is going to be the target. Above, you're going to look for continuation. Below, I would look for a retracement. However, we have been seeing a lot of these coins close just below resistance. And then the next day blast through. So that's something we need to keep an eye on as well. In a way we might be able to eye that is, we saw our wick high today on XLM. I'm just going to place this here. Wick high on XLM at 21.25 cents. Wow, that's impressive. This coin is hungry. coins. Whew, man. 4 hour looks good too. The 200, this is what I like to see on the 4 hour. 200 moving average is just beginning to get pulled back up. After bowing, we see it begin to bow here on the end of December, 27th of December, begins to bow and curl down. This is on the 4 hour, of course, but that 200 moving average is hard to move. Does not respond quickly. And what we're seeing right now with this rally, not coincidence, literally like at the candle where it began rallying right here, we see that that 200 is beginning to bow back up. That is a great sign of momentum. And possibly a great place to look for a trade entry in the future. One hour looks fine. Let's see where it is on the really local retracement, and then we'll move on. It's 618. Yeah. Nothing too helpful here, actually. That's okay. We may have not seen. When you use a fib tool, you're like, when you're using it in real time, you're assuming that that is going to be the high and the low. A lot of time when it doesn't seem to fit right, that suggests that you haven't seen the high or the low yet. One of the two is not complete. What we clearly see here is as price pierced these big significant price levels, bam, came the volume. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. On the hourly, even more comforting sign is we see that this volume isn't all in one go. We do see one apex of volume as it breached that 20 cents. However, we see that it was built up slowly off of this low here, starting first or second of the year. You've seen it gradually increase. That's what we're looking for. Tons of volume all at once, out of nowhere, typically leads to a reversal. So we aren't seeing that here. We're seeing a gradual build. That is excellent. That is signs of strength. And again, it's going to come down to that daily close. What will we do? How will it close? Are we going to retest support? Backtest? Coins have been skipping the crap out of backtest lately. They've been skipping backtests left and right. Makes it very dangerous to go short, really, on anything in this space at the moment. I don't even have my charts up now. I forgot that they all crashed. Boo. There we go. 30 seconds for the 4 hour close. Let's go. Let's go. Rock and roll. 440 watching. Nice. Dude, are we catching on? 472 maybe? My numbers are always behind. We hit 500 viewers again today. Are we catching on? Are we growing? You guys, y'all part of the fam now? And are we growing? Because these are numbers that we have not really dabbled with in the past. We were about 300 average for a long time. Well, if we are, it's thanks to you guys. 4 hour closed beautifully, 33.8 area. Beautiful close. I love it. I love it. We didn't even just get the 1 hour, we got the 4 hour already. Daily on deck for, I would say, confirmation. Could see a light retrace. If we do, like I said, 33,080. We would look to find support there. However, I don't believe that that is what is in the cards. What I'm seeing is 34,450, as we said at the beginning of this episode. Looking for a test. It's a looking for a test. We've only live 74 minutes. That's right here. Right here we went live. I tried to go live as soon as we broke 33,080 to get this 34,450 target out there in front of everybody. I'm not sure exactly when we went live. Ooh. If I brought to bring water. I did this time. Alright, 15-minute little retracement. That's okay. We closed the 4-hour nicely. We closed the hourly nicely. We don't, it would not blow our minds to see 33,080 touched here. In fact, maybe it would be nice to see that. Little 4-hour test. I think, check out our fib. That's a 618 on the local here. 618 on the 15-minute. 618 retrace lining up perfectly. What this says to me is 33,080 is a super significant level. We just keep seeing evidence after evidence after evidence of that. This is the golden retrace lining up perfectly with it. Didn't really find the resistance on the way up that we thought it would. Perhaps it'll find the support on the way back down as a retrace. The 0.5 retrace from the previous low before that, lining up perfectly with that value again, 33,060. This is like, this is spooky. This is spooking me. So from the closest low, this would be at 1,730 hours. We see 33,080 line up as the 618 retracement. When we take the low a few, or like maybe 1-2 hours earlier at 1,600 hours, the 0.5 retracement lines up perfectly with that level. When we take the low before that at 1,400 hours, the 382 lines up perfectly with that level. This is freaking weird. I've never seen anything line up that, like on that closeness. Okay, we take it from the lowest low, though. Doesn't line up. Good. It was about to start getting, like, really spooky. I don't like to be too spooked. Makes sense. Not too much. Let's do those in reverse order without all of this other stuff here. Yeah, can't do it like that. Oh well. Might not even make it there. Ace 1/8. Oh yeah. Little touch. Little touch. Let's see. 30-minute TK. What is... I've never seen, like... Okay, that was really weird. Another thing. This is another thing. Everything lines up with this number. It's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. The 30-minute TK is perfectly on top of this level as well. You can see that right here as we hide it. None of this I could have planned because this has all changed since we started. This is freaking weird. Let's take a look. 30-minute. A little bit of weakness potentially, but like 5 minutes into the candle, it's irrelevant. Hourly still looking strong at this level. Okay, 33,614 right there. I don't know if you guys caught that at home, but yep, there's the level. 33,614. I don't know if you caught that at home, but as soon as price hit that, we saw down below on our MACD We saw the candle flip from continuing buying momentum building to, yep, there it is again, briefly back to momentum waning. This is an important value for this hourly candle. Being only 6 minutes in, it has 90% left to go. Not very important. Not very important where it is right now, however. What we can do is, in the meantime, let's mark that value. Let's mark that value. We're going to make it white. And we're going to say 1 hour. Whoa. Not large like that. Top. 1 hour. Momentum slowing below. Coordinates 33614. There we go. So for the next 53 minutes, if price is below this line, the MACD on the hourly will show waning momentum. If price moves back above that line, it will move back to gaining momentum. So I guess in this, kind of reverse engineering here, this can be our hourly target. We'd like the hourly to close above this level to continue that momentum. Now that we have this new value, I'm kind of curious to see what if it lines up with anything. Nope, of course not. Four hours still looking solid. Still looking to roll over with that close. Losing momentum. Whale alert. Some Bitcoin moved from Bitstamp to Coinbase. Who cares? Not a lot of whale activity going on right now. At least from what I'm seeing. Almost 500 watching. Dude, we are kind of lost count of what our record is. I thought it was like 600 something. Either way, I'm freaking blown away by all this support, guys. I love that there's so many people interested in crypto, so many people interested in technical analysis. Like, I love it. It's amazing to see, and it's awesome to have our community see so much growth in such a small period of time. Really blown away by it, guys. You guys are amazing. Let's see what we're at. We're almost at 16.7 thousand subscribers. Literally yesterday we were at 16,004. We were below 16,500 yesterday at yesterday's live, because I remember saying that. A good time as ever, I suppose, while we're kind of watching this chill. Please, if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that bell. Help us get to our next milestone, 20,000 subscribers. We are getting there way faster than we've ever gained subscribers before. You only get one chance to get in, one chance to be a pre-20,000 subscriber on the Tom Crown channel. So go ahead, it costs you nothing. Smash on that subscribe button. Also hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. Would appreciate it. I see you've been doing a great job though. 290, that's a lot of likes. We almost have 500 watching. We could get that up a little bit, but you guys are doing an awesome job. That's dope. Thank you very much, everyone who's been committed to doing that so faithfully. It's likely the reason we're gaining subscribers so fast. Engagement on the YouTube platform is its most important metric. And the likes and dislikes both count as engagement. They're both counted equally. So the more of those we have, the more people YouTube serves our content to. And people tend to stay when they find us. You know, we're a different kind of community out there. We offer something different. And I think there's a lot of people who could gain a lot of value from just joining our community and taking a rational, calm approach to crypto instead of the FOMO, moon, doom, craziness, chaos that is most crypto content. Not our style here, so. Let's see. Two more things. Right. Discord. I don't know if my Discord link works, but we are live here every day. We're live daily with up to the minute technical analysis. The best way to keep up with our live streams is by being in the Discord. YouTube will shadow ban us for whatever reason. Hasn't happened in a while, actually, but we've gone through periods where there's weeks of people not being able to find us, which means they won't get a notification, they won't get an alert, we won't show up in search, we won't show up on suggested videos, and worst of all, we won't show up on your subscriber feed, meaning the channels you're subscribed to. So what that means is there's no way to find out that we're live other than going directly to my channel page and looking to see if it's live. That is the value of Discord. We're live daily. We're on at different times. You know, there's no set schedule, typically around 4 p.m. East, but we follow the market, so that means at any time you're liable to go live. If you're in Discord, you will always get a notification of us going live. There's also, after the stream, I put up that day's chart to live stream overnight for everyone to follow along and see how that's playing out. There's also educational resources, lots of stuff. The community never sleeps. It's always going on, so highly recommend the Discord. Last but not least, and then I'm done shilling, and Bitcoin typically likes when I shill, so I'm trying to provoke it into moving. Last but not least, guys, check out the Patreon. Link is in the chat. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, actually, the Discord and the Patreon link, so click both. But Patreon, we have seen extreme growth in Patreon as well over the last 2 months, picking up 70 or 80 new members last month alone. It's been amazing. The feedback has been amazing. The Patreon is really for people who are looking for a more in-depth, one-on-one crypto trading learning experience. It comes with all kinds of stuff. Macro market updates. When I find news that is worthy, I post news, rarely. Daily technical analysis, trade setups, all kinds of stuff, guys. I post it, like, we've only had the Patreon for, I think, since August, and I've made 352 posts. That'll give you an idea of how active this is. Typically multiple a day, and the most valuable of all of the Patreon elements is the one-on-ones. We offer one-on-one time slots daily to patrons. It's included.
More boring to watch ORCL or LTC.
Archiscan G. Holy moly's, brother. Dude, you are gracing me with these gifts. More boring to watch ORCL or LTC. You know, I don't know what ORCL is, actually. I don't think I've ever looked at it. I mean, if they're boring, we don't have to watch either of them. We don't have to pull up either of them, but doesn't look like I've ever charted that. I'm a fan of Litecoin. I like watching Litecoin. I don't really watch it much though. I kind of just let it do its thing. Just go do your thing, Litecoin. I'll be here when you're ready. Let's see what ORCL is though. Thank you again, brother, dude. I'm blown away by these donations. I'm laughing at myself because I don't have any other way to describe it. I'm blown away. Oracle Corp. Oracle Corporation. Sounds pretty cool. Huh. Hitting that 20 daily on Oracle. Okay, I see why you said this is boring though. I'm looking for $60 on Oracle, just eyeing it. Wow. This is a boring chart. It's not a bad chart, though. Not a bad chart. But it is boring. That is incredibly low volatility. We're looking at 40 years of Oracle trading. This is 40 years. That's insane. Guys, I can't wait. I can't wait to look back on Bitcoin and be like, we have 40 years of Bitcoin history. We'll be looking at it in like yearly candles. I can't wait for that time. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Wow, what a freaking boring but glorious chart. I love this song. I know you guys can't read the music. Should change that for you real quick. Believe it or not, the music, the title and artist of these songs has been up the whole time. However, with this with this background, likely impossible for you guys to read. So let me make this possible. There we go. Tall Boys, Find Me in LA. I love the song. It's grooving. Burn, 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 burn. What is this thing? It's I'm embarrassing. When it comes to stocks, I really I've had historically a very solid success charting them, but almost never know what company they're referring to. Embarrassing. Well, I have an answer for you, ArchiScan, and that answer is Oracle. ORCL is more boring. This is possibly one of the most boring charts I've ever looked at. In a good way, I guess, though, because it just number goes up. Number not go down. Sorry, guys, you might be bored, but now I'm curious, having ArchiScan opening the can of worms on me like this. Now I gotta actually look at it. That is quite a freaking... that is quite a channel. Here's my issue with it. It's just like, this chart's cool. Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. 700%? It's in the last 20 years, though. We're spoiled. And that's also from the low. In 2000 to today, %. Oof, 20 years, 30%. But if you'd bought the bottom, bro, perfectly, then wow. Someday I hope Bitcoin looks like this. Just 17 years of just like just solid up. That'd be beautiful. There's your answer. There's your answer. Wow, is this line still interacting with price after all this time? That's spicy. I should add it. Wow, it looks different. That's not it. '20th at 4. 20th at 4. There we go. Crazy that this is still interacting with price here. Why is that not the exact same? All right, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. This is probably why, though. I knew it. I knew it. Yes, there we go. I'm actually really glad I did take the time to do that. That is a beautiful trend line. This is a beaut. I don't even know what color to make this. We're gonna have to pick out a special color. Yeah, I'm not good at colors. Let's make it orange and thick. There we go. when the all-time high was broken, I placed this trend line. Look at how it has reacted. Look how it's interacted with price. Kind of incredible. Right here stands out. The sellout to me stands out. Back test stands out. And then we just broke above, and it is looking to kind of hook it and go. That's wild. That is genuinely wild. All right, cool. Well, we discovered kind of an invisible potential support resistance. Rudy T, I'm sorry, brother. I didn't. It doesn't alert or read it, and I don't hear it. I think it's if it's under $5. So I didn't catch that. I apologize, my man, but I do appreciate your donation. Thank you for the 2. Any quick tips? Honestly, yeah, I got some quick tips for everybody. If you're brand new to crypto, or if other people come to you who are brand new to crypto and are looking to get into the space, the best advice you can give them, or yourself if you haven't started your journey yet, is DCA, dedicated cost average. That's it. You only have 2 choices. If you are brand new, don't have any crypto, you have 2 choices. 1, start dedicated cost averaging. That would be my tip. That would be my advice. Essentially, what that is just regular interval buys, regularly scheduled interval buys, not of large size, just of consistency that matters. I'll link the video. I have a video on it. Video link is in the chat. DCA is the only option outside of, there's one other, and that's your friends who know nothing about crypto, or yourself, brand new, just going all in right away. If you have to do that, which I highly, in my opinion, is a terrible idea, but if you can't stop yourself, highly recommend that if you do that, do it in Bitcoin, do not do it in something else. Everyone should start their crypto journey with Bitcoin. There is reason for that you might not be aware of yet. There's very good reason for that. Don't recommend just throwing it all in. The reason is you don't really know what you're doing. You don't really know what you're looking at. And with almost 100% certainty, you have not bought the bottom. So you're going to see the volatility of Bitcoin, of all your money at one time, and you're going to have an emotional reaction to that. That's going to encourage you to make bad decisions, bad trades. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think that was my tips. Oh yeah, and then tip number 2. The market is bullish. We have not seen our retracements that we expect to see. I believe it's likely we still get a large retracement that fits history, but that's just because that's all I know. That's all we know. We may not. Regardless if we do or don't, we are in a bull trend, a bull market. By the end of this year, I fully have confidence that we will be at a higher price point than we are right now by the end of this year. It is going to be extremely difficult to beat the returns of literally doing nothing, of just having Bitcoin and holding it. It's going to be very hard. Very few people, very few people in this space are able to beat holding. Incredibly few. So the tip here, the quick tip for everyone who's new, never be afraid to do nothing. If you have your coins, if you have Bitcoin, if you're not sure about something, if you're scared or you're feeling euphoric, the best option is going to be nothing. Just do nothing.
Tom, could that long-term trend line, since that has something to do with big institutional involvement?
Ultra Chaos Steve, my brother. Could it? Sure. I have no reason to, assume it. So, it could. Let's see where, you know what? Let's do this. Just for the query of it. Does it go back and touch price ever? Nope. Never does. Well, we don't have any direct evidence or reason to say that it is. But we also don't have any evidence that suggests it isn't. So I like the thought process, brother. And thank you for the 5, my friend. Highly appreciated. Highly appreciated. Really, the only things we really know about the institutions is when they publicly disclose what they do. So I don't know. It's an interesting thought, man. I appreciate the thought-provoking question. Need a haircut. Who wants to cut my hair? Who's cutting this? Who's getting rid of this for me, right? It's COVID times. I can't go get my hair cut anymore. I might just take a buzzer. Might just take the clippers to it again. Let's see what's going on. I think I'm going to read the chat for once. Sorry for my rudeness of not reading the chat really at all this stream. I've been in the zone. Yeah, no, definitely want to drive that point home, though. I want to drive that point home one more time. I don't even know if Rudy T's still here. Do not be afraid to do nothing. In the bull market in crypto, doing nothing historically has been extremely successful. So successful that it's hard to match doing anything else. If you had bought at any time, honestly, any time in the last year, if you had bought Bitcoin at any time in the last year and done nothing, think of the percents you'd be up. We can actually extend that back to all of 2019. Let's say the average is let's take it from 10.5. You'd be up 250%. Had you just done nothing, bought at any time in the last 2 years. If you had bought it all down here back in 2018, done nothing, 450%. It's for whatever reason there's some trading culture that I don't like that pushes trading all the time, high leverage. Guys, you can literally do nothing in a Bitcoin bull market and reap insane returns. Insane returns. Do nothing. There's no wasted cost of worrying about your trades and locking in losses. Dude, just nothing. It's just nothing. I'm not saying you have to do nothing. But most people will not beat nothing. So I ranted about that for a little longer than I expected, but it's something that I really feel passionate about. Ask yourself, if you don't like what I just said, ask yourself, are you here? Are you trading? Are you in crypto because it's fun? Are you here for excitement? Are you here for a fun activity? Or are you here to grow your wealth? That's a real question. Really difficult to do both, if not impossible to do simultaneously. You could do them if you separate your portfolio. If you do some right things, you can attempt to do both at once. But which one are you really here for? And if you're really here for fun and excitement, then go day trade, high level, whatever you want to do, go do it. But expect the consequences of that. You're not going to beat holding. Holding's going to outbeat you in gains, and you're going to have spent a lot of time just losing money. So, this has been my TED Talk. Thanks for coming. SNX XLM closed on the 4 hour. Alright, did close green. Not really that important. It did close with momentum continuing to the upside.
Appreciate the advice, DIDNT. No, I was DCAing. Currently have BTC at $16,000, etc. What platforms do you use to obtain and manage altcoin?
Yo, Mr. Rudy. Yeah, no problem, dude. This is why I'm here. This is what I'm passionate about. I love crypto, and I want everyone else, but I want them to discover their love of crypto too, or at least help them see it. I don't know, but Yes, you are DCAing. That's excellent. Dedicated cost average is nothing, not related at all to crypto. This is a time-tested ancient, I want to say ancient, not ancient, but I guess in trading ancient, TA sense. It's just system. It wasn't created for crypto, it was created for anything. It's exactly how, say, a 401k kind of works on a really simple base. Is every month an amount comes out of your paycheck and it goes to the 401k. If we cut that off right there, that's DCAing. Just an amount you can afford. It's most importantly not an amount you can, it's most importantly an amount you can afford and doesn't impact your life and doesn't mean you have trouble paying your bills. But it's pretty much how the majority of investing works in the world. It's highly effective. It really smooths out volatility over time, and Bitcoin is very volatile. So what platforms do I use to obtain and manage altcoins? You know, Coinbase has really added a lot of coins. Really added a lot of coins in the last 2 years. And so anything I can get on Coinbase, I get on Coinbase Pro. Sorry. Anytime, guys, anytime I say Coinbase, I'm referring to Coinbase Pro. I just, for some reason, never include the word Pro. And when I can't, there's some other options. It really is dependent on where you live in the world and what your government says. I would advise anyone who has further questions on that topic, Discord's the best place for it. We have resources there that can help you with those questions. And people, there's likely people from wherever you live in the Discord. And they can share with you what your country, what your jurisdiction is down with. SNX did not fill us this time, but we did have that successful trade. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see, we have a new measured move on SNX, which can define potential short-term take profits. Long-term on SNX, we had 25 pegged. Oh, crap. I shared this with people on the Discord earlier, and it hit it since then. Crap. $13.63. That was our measured move. Next target above that, we can look to $15.97. $17.62. However, long-term looking for 25. I know it seems ridiculous. But long-term looking for 25. And that is calculated by our macro high to low Fibonacci extension. Come on. There we go. And psychological price point. $25, extremely powerful psychological level. 4 hour looks pretty good despite the current candle potentially suggesting weakness, but this candle is still very fresh. It is not to be trusted at this point. 12 hour momentum looking good, continuing to build. Man, it hit that measured move perfect. Daily looking excellent. Momentum still building, guys. This coin looks great. So we had 3 trades here that we set up on SNX, and we did these ones just live. They were placed. And what's funny is the first one never filled. The second one filled and took profit. It looks like this third one never filled. It could fill later, but at this point I wouldn't really look to fill it there. And so here's the funny part is, after hitting our first measure move target, if we had applied the exact same reasoning, literally the exact same reasoning for these were, okay, we broke a support, so we can place a long position with a stop loss at that support. We don't know if it will ever fill. but if it does, it's likely to be a strong position. That's what we did 1, 2, 3 times. Only one filled. Only one filled, and that one was successful. And had we been live during this time, which we were not, which is doesn't really matter, but had we been, we likely would have done the exact same thing, and we would have looked to take it to the 1365. So that would have worked. So that would have been our 2 out of 4. Very simple style of trading. Trading doesn't need to be complicated. A lot of trading can be done simply just using support and resistances. Successful trading can be done doing that. It's a bummer that we weren't live for that, because we would have done that, because that is the only thought process in any of these. You can see that's literally what we did here. We just placed it on the support after it broke. That's what we did again here. Place it on the support after it broke. That's what we did again here. And that's what we would have done again had we been live, but this happened too quickly, or I guess overnight. Hourly looking a little weak, but so weird. It keeps like changing the chart on me. $22 minutes left in this hourly candle for Bitcoin, and we are at the moment above our 33,614, which is the momentum deciding price point for this 1 hour candle. Traded significantly below at the start of the candle. Now we're back to where we started. Close here suggests momentum is still increasing on the 1 hour time frame. 30-minute is actually really interesting. Closing and opening candles seemingly at the exact same price. 33,931-ish. Would not surprise me. Would not surprise me to see this close right there on the 30-minute. 15-minute coming off a bullish engulfing. Waning momentum. Nothing really super exciting, actually. Just flagging out. We can see this. Usually easier if I place some kind of triangle. Just lower highs, higher lows. Sideways. Check out the chat. I still really have not read a lot of the chat. I feel bad. Let me see some random names I see scrolling down. John Malia, what's up? Adrian XRP, Haven Peck, Jason Roberts, Kristaps Dances, Marika, the beautiful Marika, one of our most loved patrons. Thinkbox, Joe Grows. What's up, Joe Grows? I haven't seen you around, brother. Your wife cuts hair, but she's in Jersey. I mean, that's a lot. You have to go to Jersey like that. No, I'm just playing, brother. I appreciate the offer. Mahalo, aloha. How you doing? Harufan Knudsen. I can't pronounce that one. John Snowballs, you're the man. What's up, brother? Sean Kalla, Ultra Chaos Steve, of course, is here. Dead Letter Opener, Alma Morales, Robert Monsell, Tails, my boy. Tails is here. That's how you know it's a good stream when Tails is here. Parole Duor, Tiffany Scott. I remember Tara L was here earlier. Real Estate, my brother, the realest of states, is here. Erica Magro, Cheeky. Dynamic Serb, Austin Sergio Steven Aguar. Dreams 7X. What's up, dude? David Caruthers. Never pronounced your name right. Christian Blom. What other names do I see? Sandzone 95. What's up, dude? Think Boxer. I think I already said that. Tom G, my bro. Graydon. How you doing, Graydon? I need a program that like just records everyone who's talked and like not messages, and just so I have a list so when I do these shoutouts it's way easier. False Flags, what's up, brother? Yeah, dude, mad hype for those big notes, man. We've got some very generous viewers today. Very appreciative. Rogio Alves. Who do we got? Did I miss people? You know what? Archiscan, you get the double shout out. Huge props. Huge props. Thanks for the support, brother. Luke. My name Jave. My name Jave. My name Jave. Alright, let's see. I think I'm caught up. Ride on two wheels, my boy. Did I check out LTC yet? Nay, I've not. I have not. We opted for the Oracle instead. As always, I'll look at LTC. It's just just a coin I like, so I was willing to look at it at least once in an episode. Litecoin just hanging out in the void. Hanging out in the void. Challin'. Chillaxin'. See where our high is. Trading up to a 174.50 yesterday. In yesterday's time. I'm gonna set an alert for myself. I want to know. Let's see. Is there anything we can really get here? I don't know. We're really kind of in that void of in a void. There's not a lot above us. We have 227. I think it's monthly resistance. That was our target after 122. Actually, really after 40 or after 84.50 broke, 227 was my target that we were talking about in the stream. Let's see where the daily's at. RSI looking a little sketchy here on the daily, but one large move.
ZEC, BTC Kang of KANGZ.
Kangs. Yo, Sharknado, what's up, my brother? You're supposed to be taking a break. I'm playing with you, man. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And we can look at ZEC BTC. I already know what I'm gonna say, but we can take a look at it. Litecoin on the weekly. Let me finish this up quick. Looking good on the weekly. Momentum, no signs of slowing. Not a sign in the world. Monthly having closed above $122. Highly suggestive of a test of $227. Probable in this month. 26 days to go. After testing 227, guys, there's nothing above you till 420. Blaze it. All-time high on Coinbase. This is now becoming very common rhetoric. Very common rhetoric. Testing of all-time highs. What was, even a few months ago, Moonboy talk, as people would say. I don't know what's going to be on this chart. Whew. So ZEC BTC, a coin that's catching my eye. One, because Grayscale holds it. Any coin Grayscale holds, I'm at least going to pay attention to. Two, it has made new all-time lows in Bitcoin pair. This is not the norm. This is scary. However, what this suggests is that it is oh yeah, that it is potentially the most undervalued, or one of the most undervalued coins in the space. Most other coins have seen bottoming patterns and reversal. ZEC has not. ZEC just continues to sell off. And why that's interesting to me is that suggests there is the most upside potential in Bitcoin pair. Not of all coins ever, but of the larger cap, more well-known coins, established coins, that it has incredible upside Bitcoin potential, Bitcoin pair potential, which does typically translate out to dollar potential. I haven't done this, and Sharknado, you are the boss for having me look at this today, because I wasn't going to. We have a measured move. We have a measured move from the high of August to the low of September. The 2 extension to the downside. We don't use this often because everything's been going up. We see the measured move generated by our fib tool. It's very close to the recent low. 0.0122939. There we are. Price did touch as low as 12,995. No, I don't like this box now. Price did touch very close. Did not fully touch it though. Not make it all the way down. I may be an interested buyer at this level. I may be. Absolutely not interested in going all in or a huge percent of my portfolio or something, but I already have some ZEC. Obviously, I bought it at a higher Bitcoin pair cost because everyone did who's ever bought it in Bitcoin pair outside of the last 2 days, 3 days. But I may look to add. ZEC is a privacy coin. Grayscale holds it. That's enough for me really to allocate 1% of my portfolio or less to it. This is a knife, absolutely. Let's actually look at the indicators, which I didn't even think about for some reason. I was so captivated with that fib extension, I just like forgot about TA. Just forgot about TA. So I gotta set these so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Phew, savaged. This is a knife. We have this fib extension. It lines up really well with the low we saw. But it's a knife. We're catching a knife here if we enter long. We don't have support here. We've never traded this low. So this is a higher risk. This is not something I would recommend people put large percentages of their portfolio in, praying for, that this is the bottom. Very well could not be the bottom. However, I have a position in this. It's clearly very under. Man, it's got to be at least 50% down. Gotta be at least 50% down. Holy crap. I think I'm gonna look to add. I would prefer to add down here at the actual fib extension 001229. Probably round it up 00122 00123. Yeah. But the important part is that this is a knife. You do not put large amounts of money into knives. If you want to play the knife juggling game, you do it small.
Glorious BTC King of Kings, would you rather put 100k into a DA or EGLD? Which you think has the most potential for ROI? EGLD has a low max supply.
What's up, Josh? Where you been, brother? You haven't been around. Where have you been? I know you were here yesterday, I think. But I miss you, man. You don't check in anymore. Don't tell me how you're doing. ADA, I mean, in my personal opinion, I would just go with ADA because I'm more familiar with it. Which is more, what can have a higher return? So the supply is irrelevant. Total supply is irrelevant to return. Now it's going to blow some minds. Likely, I can say with confidence, no, I did that backwards, that GLD likely could have a higher ROI, and that isn't based on circulating supply. That isn't based on supply. That's based on market cap. Market cap is really the factor you're looking for when you think what has the most potential ROI. So obviously, ADA Cardano, $8 billion market cap, whereas EGLD 560 million. The circulating supply is completely irrelevant. It does not have any impact on market cap or potential market cap. But if EGLD simply matches ADA, as it is right now, if or when this happens, almost certainly Cardano will have changed in market cap value as well. EGLD will have to 16x. It will have to go up by 16 times just to get to where Cardano is now in market cap. So in that sense, the upside ROI, the question you're asking is answered as EGLD. Even though personally, I would prefer, if I were investing rationally, I would probably, well, there's no reason you can't get both. No reason you can't split it up. But ADA, a higher cap coin, I feel more comfortable putting large amounts of money in. So the weekly on ZEC, though, we're not seeing the weekly slow down and selling momentum. The monthly, this is just such a knife. Such a knife, dude. But I like my knives.
That's what I said. LMFAO. Joking. In other news, Wrecked City is still homeless and SSL's submarine got blown out of the water like Greyhound.
Those poor submarines. Thank you for your donation, Josh. I appreciate you always, brother. Always try to give you the best answers I can. Go full 9. This is a knife, Sharknado. This is a knife, but I sometimes like to live life dangerously. I think I'm a buyer if we see a retest. Maybe even like psychological 10. Like the 001. That might be cool. But clearly my position in this coin is so underwater. This would not be the recommended textbook trading style. Not be recommended by the pros. However, I don't care what other people do. This is how I trade. I might be interested. Might be interested. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, yep. I'm interested. Why does that look so sloppy, though? Here, and here. That's good. There we go. Yeah, so I think I'm interested at a very, very small ad at 0013. Very, very small ad at 00122. And decent. Maybe equal to both those two ads together at 00105. Simply because I think that this coin is likely undervalued. Unfortunately, it's still just a knife, and so buying it right now does not mean that it's going to go up. As I make these purchases, or if I do think I will, to be honest, because my position shrank so much in this. But when I do, this is not something I'm looking to flip out of. This is something that I'm adding, looking for that long-term retrace. I may end up holding this for a year, 2 years. I like the convergence of fib extensions I'm seeing here near this level and this low. The weekly doesn't show weakness yet, but the daily suggesting it might be coming. That's my plan. Volume has picked up pretty solid here on these lows. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Scott Lux, you never got notified of the stream, buddy. You don't have your Discord notifications on then. What a great excuse to shill the Discord. If you're not in Discord, you're not going to get notifications from YouTube for whatever reason. I don't know why. Shep Jones, what's up, man? Hassam Salty, good day to you. Good day to you, gentle sir. Jerry, my man. Jerry. I hope A is doing well. Last I heard, she was laughing. Market cap. I never loaded market cap back up. There we go. Not confident enough to say, okay, this is the weekly. I was going to say, whoa. Not confident enough to say that it will hit today. I think I said in the next week or two, it's likely. I'd love to say today. That just seems too hopeful, too wishful. $1 trillion crypto market cap. Just a matter of time. In my opinion, matter of time until it hits. I never powered up the BTCD either. Looks like it's struggling. Ooh. Daily Kaijun catching it though. But 20. The Bollinger Bands seems to be trapping price at the moment. A daily close under the 20 moving average for Bitcoin dominance would not be a hot look for it. Most important chart in crypto. Bitcoin dominance, at least to my trading system style. Yeah, if we hit 1 trillion today, it would just be wild. Loop continuing to push up here through the stream, pushing at the highs. XLM struggling with this 19.33 cents, although it doesn't look like it put in any lower of a low after we saw it sell off, did it? Looks good. Looking for a close above 19.33 cents on XLM today to test that 20 cents yet again. SNX chilling out. Just having a good time. ORCL, you're just going away forever. Bye-bye. Probably never look at you again. Litecoin. Where is me Litecoins? Well, 4-hour bully div, 4-hour rolling over. All right. Looking for a retest of 174.50. But really, let's call a spade a spade. $227 on deck at some point this month, in my opinion, for Litecoin. And continues. Not too spicy. Bitcoin has just flagged out like every episode for the last 3 episodes. We did catch a good amount of spice today though, because we were live on like this candle. Calling for 3.
Love the stream, learn something new every single time I watch. This community is strong. Check out $IDEX.
My man, D-Bizzle. What's up, brother? I'm glad you are getting value out of the stream. That's the most important thing. Most important thing. And I appreciate your support, man. Thank you for the 5. IDX. IDnomics. IDX Bitcoin. IDX dollar. I'm gonna go with ooh.
What a ride, brother. Keep crushing. I know, 03 is key, but a quick peek at DGB.
Yo, 3 red ducks, my man. Thank you for the 5 as well. You know I'm always down to watch DGB. Always down to open the DGBs. Could D-Bizzle, man. So there's like multiple IDEX stocks. And then there's IDEX on Binance. Would love if you could just clarify up which you're looking at. IDEX stock. See, good. I didn't want to do a bunch of time on like some crypto no one cares about. And so you're going to have to again be more specific. IDnomics or IDEX biometrics, or I think that's actually the only real. I'm going to open IDnomics until you can clarify, hopefully. Gotcha. Gotcha, brother. This is spicy. This looks like a crypto. This looks like crypto, man. Doesn't look like no stock of mine. Let's get the basics out of the way. Where can we spot likely levels of support and resistance? Take the low. Weekly waning.
Was hoping Satoshi Light was watching the stream and took offense, then pumped it. Can't win 'em all.
Archiscan, my boy. Dude, you are blowing me away with this. You're blowing me away with this, man. I don't even know what to say. Well, Charlie Lee's a really nice guy. I enjoyed speaking with him. By all means, though, if you're out there, buddy, feel free to pump everyone's bags. Nobody would be mad about it. Wouldn't be upset. Thank you so much, though, Archiscan. You are... I don't even have words for it, man. This is amazing. So here's what stands out to me on IDEX, and we're going to get to DG Bizzles for the 3 red ducks. And Archiscan didn't ask for a coin. But I love him either way. Here's what stands out to me on IDEX that I'm enjoying. The weekly is losing buying momentum, or so it seems. However, we have a very clearly defined point at which we may look to not be comfortable on this stock, and that would be $1.91. Daily close below that value below the 200 weekly moving average. Would not be a bullish sign. That would be a bearish sign. We can see that the last few weeks have consolidated at that level. That's great. Looks like it's creating support and holding. Looks like the daily is following actually the 20, which is pretty awesome as well. Ooh. This is a spicy freaking chart. Man, stocks are not usually this spicy. They usually are interesting looking, but not spicy spicy. There's definitely something going on. I don't know what these cats do, but they're doing something. Stock is rocking and rolling. And we can look at this on like deep time frames. Another thing I love about stocks. There we go. 427. To be honest, would not surprise me at all to see IDEX test $4.69 this year. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Actually, it did in November. Does look like it's looking to go back there. Daily, I would really like to see this daily close up if it didn't already. At this level, that would be very encouraging. I mean, edge looks like it's with the bulls here, man. I love this. I love the way this looks. Love the way this looks. $4.92. Let's make this chart nice and busy. I'm looking for a retest of that high. I think it might even have legs above that. For now, though, short term meaning God knows how long, because this is a stock. That could be weeks. Looking for $4.69. If you close below $1.09 or $1.61, that edge flips to the bears. Cool chart, man. I like it. It looks great. DGBs for the 3 red ducks. Oof, that freaking monthly though does not look good on Bitcoin pair. Desperately needing to find support here on the monthly in Bitcoin pair. Not showing it. That is not good. That is not good. However, very low. This is actually a coin that was in the proposed portfolio to patrons. Very low in Bitcoin value, suggesting it could be, or has the potential to, have a very large ROI in that sense, as it has lost value versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up in value, and so a retracement against Bitcoin's value can leave it in a very solid place. 79. Yeah, that makes some sense. That's where we're at. Yeah. I don't know if you even wanted to look at Bitcoin pair, but that's just where I got stuck for a minute. We do see significant support at 15 sats, same as Dodge, funny enough. If we are to lose these levels, however, we do see the possibility of the bounce here at the 786. We have support here. That 786 is at 83 sats, or no, 79 sats, my bad. We have a strong support at 52 sats. And then below that, it does get ugly. But 15, unlikely to hit in my opinion, as it already had a fake out there. But unlikely to trade below that 15-16 sat area. These are the two areas I would look to layer in buys, and potentially, worst case scenario, 16, 15. Let's look at the dollar pair, because I'm sure that's what you're asking about anyway. Dollar pair looking good. Dollar pair looking good. Broke out of its descending high formation. Broke above our 25.5 cent target. Acted as resistance. Broke up again. Perfect. Perfect touch again. Oh. Perfect touch, dude. We've been just clobbering this coin in the TA with targets here. Perfect touch to our 0.3366 2 days ago, and has not fully backtested 0.255 as support. However, as I've been saying, caveat, we've seen a lot of coins do this, not backtesting support. Daily moving averages might need a little more time. Might. Weekly already flipped over. Wow, that's perfect though. Look at that weekly backtest. This is a clean chart. The weekly is also suggesting a new price point of importance to us, and that's 32. 3.2 cents. Very nice. Super clean though. So clean. Monthly support, 2.711 cents. Man. Solid. This Bitcoin pair, it really it needs to bounce here. Really, we want to see a bounce at 79 sats. If it bounces at 79 sats, then all of a sudden, this dollar pair is like Rocket Town. You're immediately looking to test that high of August at just under 4 cents, right? Chart looks pretty decent. The 4 hour, okay, 4 hour rolling over. Would be decent. Decent 12 hour losing momentum, of course. It looks like some sideways trading to me on the DGB USD at the moment. Likely just waiting for that Bitcoin value bounce. Likely to find support at 2.55 cents. In the event we see a full back test here. 3.2 cent resistance above that we just found on the weekly. That is our weekly. I'm going to keep that white. Having tested and rejected from our 3.366 cent target, a breakup, really trading above 3.2 cents is going to strongly suggest that we're going to see that 3.68 cents. This is a spicy chart. Spicy chart. Yeah, something tells me you might see some sideways trading on it though, unfortunately. Bitcoin is mellowed out. Alright, so the last hourly did close while we were dicking around. It closed with momentum increasing again. However, right now we see that this new hourly, exactly the same as the previous hourly, opened and flashed momentum loss. So I would like to find out at what value that will flip back. Let's see. I'm gonna estimate it's right here. 33928. Let's see. Powerful MA setup below us on the 1 hour, actually. Five-minute 20 moving average holding price. We do see that the 5-minute has failed to flip back to the bullish momentum and is trending back towards selling momentum. But this is the 5-minute. The 15-minute is the only actual concern at this second. The 5-minute is not. This is just a drippy little momentum swing. Probably want to see this close as a green candle here. We could see that momentum pick back up. Two-hour doesn't give any Fs though. 2-hour crossed bullishly 8 hours ago. 2050 MA cross. Nice little learning lesson here. always about the learning lessons. So we've been talking about, I do have a whole episode on this. You guys look at my channel, go to the trading lessons, crown trading lessons, I don't know, something like that, crypto. Anyway, about moving averages, check that out. It's a great video, I think. I don't really know how great the other ones are, but that one I'm pretty confident is good. Here we got a bearish cross. We have the 20 crossing down under the 50. The 50, however, is trending up. We've looked at this today, I think, in 3 different examples, but I don't believe we looked at this one. So while this is technically a death cross or a bearish cross, we don't consider it valid here, or we say it is unlikely to act as such because the 50, the longer of the 2 moving averages crossing here, is trending up. That is our reasoning. Something especially compelling that we only know now in hindsight is that as they crossed, the 50 has actually begun to increase its incline. It's moving up faster than it was. That is it's a confidence building sign for me at least. But there's your bearish cross in air quotes, invalidated by our unique technical analysis and played out the way we'd expect it. There it is. That's it. Not a huge fan of the way this looks though. Not a huge fan of the way this looks. This has the potential of very ugly. Very ugly. As we see the 20 kind of slowing down as it approaches the 50. This is now on the hourly time frame. But we do have that 100 right there with it. All 3 are pointing up. Definitely some power in that move. If we see a sell-off, an unprecedented sell-off, and somehow 33,080 doesn't hold, I would definitely look in this area. This area with these hourly moving averages, highly likely to provide support if that happens. I don't think that this is the probable move. I'm going to make this very faint. But it could just then be a 3rd higher low. Excellent. Erica Magro just watched the DCA video. Great news, great stuff. I appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad that you found value in it. That's the whole point. and love hearing it. So DCA is a strategy that is foolproof. It's foolproof if you just do it the way it's designed. It's not instant moon. It's not a fast return. In fact, it leverages time. It uses time as a leverage or to its advantage to reduce risk. It's great. It's the only way I could recommend anyone who has not entered the space yet to enter. It's slow. It's calculated. And it works. And it works. So I just see now we've passed 16,700 subscribers. We were under 16,400. We were under 16,500 yesterday. We're 16,400 and something. So you've gained 300 something subscribers in the last 24 hours. Amazing. We're only less than 300 away from 17,000. We only broke 16,000 like a week ago. You guys are killing it. Killing it. I appreciate every single one of you that is subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell and join the Discord. Please. Please join the Discord. It's almost more important than subscribing. Subscribing is cool because we get higher numbers, and YouTube actually does favor you if you have more subscribers when you publish videos. So that does help as well. But you might not get notifications of our live shows. We're live every day. And if you're in the Discord, you'll always know when we're live, because Discord notifications always work. You have them enabled. So make sure you are in there. And thank you everyone who has subscribed over the last 24 hours, man. We're smashing records here. We're smashing the records. Like it. Still 400 subs. Dude, are we growing as a channel? What's happening here? We hit 500 live viewers again today. That's like 3 or 4 days in a row. Or at least 3 or 4 of the last streams in a row. I'm never sarcastic. I'm sarcastic a lot in real life, but rarely am I sarcastic when I stream. Very literal. Oh, Sarcasm. There's someone named Sarcasm. Welcome, brother. So, YouTube. I don't know. We having a YouTube course here? I'll give you guys a YouTube course. Happens to be something I spent a lot of time not only researching, meaning looking stuff up, but spent countless dozens of hours A/B testing myself. And so doesn't watch time and click-through rate, aren't those the favoring? So those are both important statistics for sure. Click-through rate, I think especially so, is important over time. Watch time used to be, actually watch time used to be the most compelling. I think it used to be the most compelling metric. And in 2020, I believe that changed. It is still important. It's not the, but it's lost its like #1 most important status. Now, actually the most important thing now is if you guys ever see these little surveys pop up when you watch one of my videos, it'll say like, you know, how did you feel about this video or something? That feedback is very important. YouTube is valuing that very heavily now. So if you enjoyed the show, you know, go ahead. Not going to try to influence you, but if you enjoy it, highly appreciate your honest feedback on those. But engagement while you're live is likely the most important. And so subscribers, total subscribers is an interesting metric here. Total subscribers, you can think about it on YouTube as like the base of where your videos start. So if you have 1 million subscribers, you're kind of like 1 million, let's say, points ahead of someone with 0 who releases the same video. Subscribers is definitely not the most important metric, but it is one that does impact every video that you So, and there's a little 101. Engagement is very, very big while you're live, especially, but overall. Watch time is good. I think engagement, though, while you're live is the most important, probably. But those satisfaction surveys, you get them. You enjoy the show. You know, just give them honest feedback. Because they definitely help. 3 red ducks you've been adding aggressively. I feel you, man. I still have my DGBs. I still got them. I'm not worried. Some country using XLM as their digital something. Jerry, ja. LRC. We did do LRC a while ago. I mean, 92-cent target, but you're buying the top of a candle at this point, so not the smartest of trades, in my opinion. Could look, possibly, 50 cents. Could look for a 50-cent entry, maybe. I think it's heading to 92 cents. But dudes, yeah, this coin was 17 cents like a day ago. It's gone up 300%. It's okay not to be in on every single pump. You've missed 300% that's already gone by. And buying in at the top here, looking for that 92 cents, now you're looking at a 34% return versus, I don't know, returning back to the mean at a minus 70%. It's not a really good risk to reward. Yesterday it was good. After these back tests, these wicks, some good entries when it rejected from the 50-ish area, psychological, but I mean, buying knives on the way up, it's a rough thing to encourage. Wow, we have 410 likes on this stream. Holy. Blown away. Brother Leaf, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Everything's good. It's all good. Everything, man. It's good to have you back. The Shaman, what's up, dude? I like that name, The Shaman. Very mysterious. Oh, market cap peak at this run. Roll your dice. Get your magic 8 balls out. Sub-hype. Anoha M, darling. The wonderful, the beautiful Anoha M, welcome. It's good to have you here. Chris Johnson, Stephen Aguirre. 2 trillion. Ben, I feel like that's low. Only double. I think the market cap's only gonna double. Seems low, but get your magic 8 balls out. Josh, Derm, you get all the attention, brother. You're like one of the only people that gets the attention. My headphones are about to die. It's got a weird noise. We're at 69%. Nice. So I don't know what that... I don't know what that beeping meant then. Technically the bullish one. What's up, Mang? Dead letter opener. I don't think I shouted you out. What's up, dude? Yeah, Josh. Josh, you're the most beautiful. Of course you get the attention. Like, you're being a drama queen right now, Josh. Being a drama queen. Nah, we've just been live for about 3 hours. That's like typically when I run out of steam. That's what's going on here. I'm really just waiting for the corn to fulfill my prophecy. That way I can get hyped again. Let's see. Real quick flash through these so we don't get a million alerts. I hate how that works. There we go. Live, love, or dice. Wormwood, what's up, brother? I've got to break the seal. TJ, what's up, brother? Man, now the views are trending back up and I gotta piss. We all know what happens when I pee. 1. Bitcoin moves. 2. I don't know, like 30% of the viewers leave for no reason. Like, I'm coming back in just a minute. We just trended back up. We hit a low of 360 viewers, and now we're back up to 440. Can I hold my pee? See. We will see. Probably not, though. I've been holding it already for at least an hour. Ninja Tom. Yeah, you know what? We can put up the Ninja Tom. I really do have to pee. As long as everyone promises not to leave. Your empty promises. They always leave. Ninja Tom. Ninjitsu. Tom Ninjitsu. Go. Alright, I'll be back quick. Just gotta take a quick trip to the bathroom. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're in the Discord. Links pinned to the top of the chat. And check out Patreon. Take a smoke break. Ninja Tom. Vanish technique. Naruto. Something anime style. Alright. We're back. We're back. Bitcoin. The second I turn it off, it'd run. Second I turn it off, it'd run. And while I watch it, it's just gonna sit here. I love these little energy drinks. If you guys are out there, whoever Aspire is, free publicity, send me a bunch of these. Talk about how good they are, because I actually like them. Nice, I see a bunch of people join the Discord. Well played. Well played. Dang, we are going to hit 17,000 subscribers this week. We just hit 16,000 this week, maybe. 14,000 new subscribers in the last 28 days. That is incredible. Yeah, in the last 2 days, Monday 220, Sunday 160. That's 380 in the last 2 days. Plus today, I don't even know how many today. Over 100 already. Freaking crazy. Nutty. Nutty buddy. Ah, we didn't get bot attack today. That's a plus. Odd. Oh wow, I see there's a lot of people streaming in the last hour. We did good though. For all the different streams that popped up, we held our numbers. Well done, fam. Well done. Womp womp. cold. Chilly in here. No, this is not a Photoshop. Man, we've just been live for about around the time. Over 3 hours. Losing my steam. Bitcoin looking as if it's relaxing as well. $33,600 question mark. So many people watching. It's hard. I just needed 34,450, and I would have been pumped. But no. You have to go to 34.3. Come on. Likely looking for the 5-minute 50 MA here. $33,600. ZZZ. ZZZZZZ. Yeah, of course, back it up. Back it up. Perfect touch to the 50. Do we find support? Probably. Is my guess. Gotta remember this is on the 5-minute right now. Gotta remember that. We zoom out to like any other time frame. The hourly looks kind of crappy. Meh. There it is. 33,600 touched. Let's see, does it find strength? Are we hunting stops? Or are we selling? Alright. It's time. You guys are all amazing. I love all of you. Single one. But it's time. We've been live for like 4 hours. 3 hours and change. And we've just been watching it go sideways. In order for Bitcoin to move, we're going to have to wrap it up. So here's what you do. We're live every day. Join us again tomorrow. Get in the Discord. I'm going to put this chart up, this exact chart from in this stream, up live. Going to have that up all night in the Discord. You can watch it. Join us tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed in the Discord and check out Patreon while you have a minute. Love you guys. I look forward to, I'm going to move this over here in preparation. In fact, not even in preparation. I'm just going to go ahead and put it up on the Discord live now. So you can see how serious I am. There we go. It is live on the Discord now. And I will catch y'all tomorrow. I'll catch you in the Discord. I'm there all the time. We'll be live tomorrow. If we're not live today, you see a crazy move, which usually happens as soon as I turn the stream off. So we'll see. But I love you, fam. Thanks for joining us. You guys are awesome. Keep pushing. Keep pushing through.